Hey, welcome. I am back here for the first time in about 2 weeks, I believe. Was it that time I ran in the Rose Bowl when it was very hot? I believe I came back a few days later on a Wednesday when it was 100 degrees outside and decided to go enjoy the sun, the heat, which is why I keep getting more tan each time I get in front of this camera. So going back last weekend at a 10K race, my first one in about 5 weeks or so since the Pasadena Marathon. Now that one was a little rough when it comes to time, and I got very tired early. I was never able to get a pace, find a good pace, a good rhythm. So it was kind of hard, and I knew I'd had to work a little hard during the week leading up to the second marathon, which happened today. But nonetheless, I finished it and, was only tired during the race. I was fine the rest of the week and managed to get third place in my age category, which is very surprising given that was the worst race I've had in a while, including the Pasadena Marathon and the 10K before Pasadena Half Marathon and the 10K the week before. This was, including those races, out of those three, last week's was the worst, but nonetheless got a nice medal, which they made us wait forever. You will see a little bit of video of that. I have a little bit of footage of the ceremony that they made me wait over half an hour to get it, but I stuck around. I'm glad I looked at the results, the posted results. So that was last week, and during the week I think I ran Wednesday and Thursday only. Thursday being 8 miles, just going through the motions, a little tired. I got hungry during my run, right in the middle. I had to come and get a snack quickly and water, and I just didn't have enough energy. And after 2 days, Friday and Saturday, decided to not do the Orange County Marathon or half marathon because that event is just too big of an event. In fact, when I was looking at the logistics, saw that the starting line and finish line were in two different locations, about 50 miles away, and it was just going to be very, very crowded, and in fact, you had to pay for parking, wherever you were going to be around there. And I just didn't want to deal with that many people, especially given the fact that I had other options when it came to the half marathon. So I ended up doing a half marathon just a few miles away from over there in Orange County, a few miles away from the Orange County Marathon. This was in Irvine, right there by the mall, Irvine Spectrum. And it was the first annual half marathon for that event. And I don't know how many years they've been doing the 10K and 5K, but there was a lot of people raising money for awareness. A lot of people ran the 10K, some did the 5K, and there was a lot that did the 5-kilometer walk. And I did the first annual marathon. There must have been maybe 200 people or 300 people that did the half marathon. So somewhere in the middle, it just became kind of boring because it was pretty wide open, pretty empty. It was a nice course, good weather. It was cool and a little humid. And it went through parks and some residential areas that have very nice little parks around it. And I was very surprised. I kept a pretty good pace, especially in the middle. I believe there was just a few miles that I went over 8 minutes, but the rest of it was under that. There was 1 mile right in the middle that I did it in under 7, and I was in pretty good pace 3/4 into it to do to shave off those 5 minutes off the race, that goal I had. But in this one, I faded at the end. The last one, I ran it kind of slow and picked it up on the last half marathon. Picked it up a lot during the last 3 miles. This one, it was the opposite. My legs were starting to betray me a little bit, and so managed to keep that 8-minute pace and finished it in a faster time than last time. Not quite 5 minutes, but about 2.5 minutes faster. And I knew it was going to be a challenge. I was surprised I was doing so good right in the middle, but I knew that now I will be better prepared for the next one. This one, I felt I was a little bit undertrained. You know, I wasn't as prepared as I was during the Pasadena Marathon. The Pasadena Half Marathon that one I was a little bit overtrained and in a lot of pain. This one, there was no pain, just a normal pain that comes from pounding your body for 13 miles, but no injury. Or it's still there, but it's almost gone. I only felt it once early while I was just thinking about what my body was feeling. And so it was a good experience. I will put up some footage of that too, along with last week's 10K in the next few days, maybe later tonight, but definitely in the next few days. And well, it was their first half marathon. I hope they do a better job next time. They did pretty good, except my only gripe, my only complaint here, I have a medal here that's getting tangled with my microphone. This is a finisher's medal. It is the same medal that the people running the 5K and the people running the 10K got. A little disappointed with that. Maybe I should have done the OC marathon, half marathon, so I could have gotten a bigger medal. But I mean, are you kidding me, people? Organizers, are you kidding me? You're going to give the same kind of medal, the same medal to somebody. You're going to give the same medal to somebody who ran 13 miles, 10 more miles than of the people who only ran 3. I don't know. A little bit unfair, but that's life. Just, I will definitely email them and let them know. Should put a little bit more into the 10K, but, you know, you got a medal and should be happy. Maybe they shouldn't have gone anything. At least that way they would have made us feel better about running that long. Could have done a medal that was 3 times the size of this, 3 times the thickness at least. In fact, the 10K award medal is a lot bigger from last week. It's bigger than the half marathon. But enough with the complaining. I had a hard time walking. I was so sore immediately and for a few hours, and I had to play with the ugly stick. This, by the way, is a very good tool to massage your limbs, and I'm barely able to kind of walk and function normally. And I think I'm going to head up to the gym and lift some weights and see how I feel by the end of this day. It's barely 1 o'clock or so. So anyway, it's a long report today. Long updates, but so no OC marathon. I did do it faster, about 2.5 minutes faster, and I did get more tired towards the end. I was in more pain. Okay, somewhat feeling kind of decent now. We won't know until tomorrow and the rest of the week. Okay, next time I will give you an update as to what's next. Bye for now.